Hello everyone. Welcome to part 3 of the near crossover with Final Fantasy XIV. We are on the third part, where we'll go into what is probably the single worst raid in the entire game so far. To make amends, Konog is still looking considerably worse for his sister's absence. And this is the start of 5.4, so you know, at this point it's supposed to have been months since you last did anything here. Here to see me? I appreciate it, but I'm afraid I don't have much to tell you. There's still no sign of Anog, and the villagers are, well, you know how they are. Can't blame them, really. 2P used us. She said as much. But we were the ones who allowed ourselves to be manipulated. Keep thinking about what we might have done differently. It serves no one to dwell on what could have been. You can't change what you've done, but you can change what you do. You're right. I have to fix this somehow. Or at least try. What are you lazing about here for, Konog? Where's Anog? He's still up to no good, I bet. And run off before we could make her own up... And run off before we could make her... Oh, run off before we could make her own up to it. There it is. Don't be ridiculous. Anog, she's what? Go on, explain to us where exactly Anog is. Because I'll tell you where my wife is. She's at death's door because of the injuries she suffered in the attack. Even if she wakes, she may never make a full recovery. So if you know what's good for you, you'll get out of this village before I do something we'll both regret. Konog seems in dire need of comfort. / comfort. Sorry, I really shouldn't be wallowing. I wish I could do something to help, for that man and his wife especially. I don't know either of them well. I doubt anyone is willing to talk to me now. I'll ask around for you. See what I can do, but you owe me. Double if anyone punches me in the face. I'll ask around for you. Really? Thank you. With a bit of luck, they'll open up to you. If there's anything I can do to make things better, anything at all. Also, like, I'm a healer. Shouldn't I just be able to walk over there and heal the freaking wife? In the meantime, I'll find another way to make myself useful. It's not as if there's a shortage of rubble that needs clearing around here. But again, I'm a freaking healer. This is one of the things that I kind of dislike about FF14. Is it's like, there's all these situations where it's like, oh, somebody's, been severely injured or whatever. And it's like, okay, shouldn't I just be able to, help with that? Look who it is. I hope you're not up to more mischief with that Ogden Konog. But, also I do understand that, it would be difficult to, create a branching path that's like, oh, if you have a healer unlocked, But, also I'm a healer. Woman with severe injuries and an angry husband. Yes, I know who you mean. I doubt there's much to be done, but I won't stop you from trying. The two have always been inseparable. I don't think I've ever seen them not holding hands. Can't imagine how he's feeling now that she's in such a state. And you're friends with the poor dears, aren't you? Very best of friends. How I long for those days we drank away without a care in the world. She always loved the mead. We all did. It was good mead. There it was. That it was. There. They talked to you. No one got violent. Mead. I suppose we are all dwarves. Maybe it's not such a terrible idea. As far as I know, none of our stores survived the attack. Down the cliff we go then. We buy more in Stilltide. Oh, is there some available for purchase? I'd happily spend a coin. Can you show me the way? I could go myself. Too dangerous for you out there. Oh, no, I insist. I've accompanied you to much more dangerous places before, and I assure you I won't be a burden. And I need to do this. I still have a few things to tidy away before I leave, so I'll meet you at the bridge in a bit. Over to the bridge. There you are. Now, if you'll show me the way. Ah, the ladder. I've never used it before. This will be an adventure. And you know that if this had been during Endwalker, they would have had you actually, walk with Konog? But that technology wasn't added until Endwalker. The view is different outside of the village. Maybe I can find the perspective I need. The Talos. It's the ladder. It's massive. How in the world did you get this moving? With a great deal of help. I don't quite understand it myself. Luckily, I have people for that. Well, go on. Tell me all about it. I had no idea. I had no idea all of that happened in Yulmore. And the Telos, marvelous. I wish I had your ability to bring out the best in people. Maybe then Coma wouldn't be. Never mind. Thank you for your enlightening tale. And now we descend. And now we're at the bottom. It's the ladder. It's actually more of an elevator, but yeah. Far be it from me to complain after having insisted upon accompanying you, but are we there yet? Still got half the freaking land to go. Eastward it is, then. And again, if this had been Endwalker, they would have had you actually escort him to the ladder. And then once you were at the ladder, they would have cut down to the bottom rung. And then they would have had you pick him up again and escort him all the way over here. Which, we're not going to... Oh, that's right. That's right. We're heading over here to Stilltide. That's what it is. I see. On one hand, yeah, I'm glad that they didn't do that, you know, because they could have. On the other hand, like, you know, they follow you. Like, you don't escort them. You know? Deep breaths, Konog. Just act natural. Confident. You can do this. Yeah! Rin, good to see you. Who's your friend? He seems eager. Lally-ho. I would like some meat. Please, ma'am. Well, I can't say no to have one who asks so nicely. Any friend of Rin's is welcome here. I'll bring you our finest. Did you see? I did it! Ah, it feels so good to be working toward a goal again. Here we are. Thank you, ma'am. I think this should be sufficient payment. Let's hurry back. As exhilarating as this adventure has been, I want to make a gift of the mead right away. Speak with Konog and Stilltide. This time with feeling. Nice. I didn't even see that. Would you like to come with me when I deliver the meat, I mean? Someone has to look out for you. I appreciate it. I admit that I'm a bit nervous, but this is my chance to help. If only in a small way, so I have to take it. Up here? Ah, yes. Excuse us. We wanted to offer our best wishes and my sincere apology as well. I know it doesn't come close to making up for what we've been through, but I brought you this. I thought that maybe you could share it later. Go away. We don't want anything from you. Oh. All I want is for you to sod off so that me and my wife never have to see you again. I'm sorry. Konog sounded to be in considerable distress. You'd best follow him, lest he come to harm. Let me just knock this guy's door down. If only you could knock the door down. And be like, excuse you. Bottle of mead that Konog had so earnestly wished would cheer the unfortunate couple now lies forlorn. Holly, we've got another situation on our beard's hoe. Konog just ran right past me toward the crater. I don't know about you, but I'd rather not have him there by himself. Especially not when he's so upset. You'd hear the sob from yalms away. What's this all about? Well, there's this injured woman. Villagers still blame him for all of it. It's a tragic state of affairs all around. That man you met, his wife was with child before her injury. Can't blame him for lashing out, given the circumstances. But that doesn't mean Konog deserves to take the brunt of it all. I'd consider it a personal favor if you'd find him and tell him so. Another personal favor, at any rate. He's the most athletic dwarf I've ever met. So with any luck, you won't have gotten far while we've been talking. Go and have a word with certain folks in the village. See if we can repair some of the damage that's been done. Into the puppets bunker. Because, you know, this is super fun. Sitting here, you know, plodding through the freaking raid over and over again. Find no sign of the dwarf you seek. State of affairs that you are becoming all too familiar with. They really wanted you to, like, explore, like, the world. Because it was so different, you know? Except that they really didn't do a good job of that. Like, how do we make you want to explore, you know? I know. Send you through the raid over and over again. We certainly haven't run it many, many times already. Because remember, you know, they're thinking about, like, players that have been through this. Like, upon release, you know? So, like, this was months after 7.3, Because this was 7, or not 7, but 5.3. So this was 5.4. So people have been running this raid over and over again. Like, they've seen all of this time and time again. YoRHa Unit Report 2. I don't think I've ever managed to actually collect everything. It's 2B's room. Longing obtained. We... You've still to see so much as a wisp of beard disappearing round the corner. Connaught must be further down. Enter the alien ship? Like, I don't think there's anything actually back here. Oh, there is. How about that? I definitely have not collected that before. Yep, so fun. I mean, at least, like, this is a raid that if I wanted to get B-roll for, I could. At least to the first two. You don't get a chance to go back through the third raid. Which is both a blessing and a curse. You know? For those that are, like, wanting all the lore and all the, you know... For those that actually, you know, want to run through this stuff, definitely did not pick this up on Cassandra either. Saved message history. Of its bunker. I like that there's a door here. Like, they don't just have it so you can walk in. There's Konog. It's a ball. Yeah, I definitely see now why I was confused by this. Cause I mean, that's a ball. That's that appears to be the orb from the fight. Compound. Anog. Anog, look over here. Don't run off, Konog. It's dangerous. Let your big sister take the lead. Whoa! We can fight. Konog, move! Rip. Anog? Anog, are you down there? I'm coming. Anog, answer me! Uh-oh. It's her helmet! Sort of. No. It's funny that, like, the beard and the face are part of the helmet, but then they take the helmet off, and, like, it's just the hat part. And then the beard and face part are just, like, gone. It's like they take off the helmet, and somehow that also takes off their beard. But the beard isn't part, like, the beard is part of the helmet, like, item, but it's not part of the helmet in, like, canon, you know? Anog, are you behind this thing? Anog, please say something. What? Now, I've been told that this thing is, like, it's called something like a seed of destruction or something. And look, her helmet's gone, so therefore, so is her beard. Anog, it's you, isn't it? Konog. Well, that doesn't seem good. I definitely can see why I was confused, because that, like, I'm looking at that going, even now I'm looking at that going, okay, knowing what it is now, I get that it's a different thing. But I absolutely look at that and see that being the boss of the previous raid. Like, okay, so the orb that we killed last raid is back somehow. Things from the orb can't be Anog. I'm sorry. How do you know? How did you even know about back when she... Never mind, it doesn't matter. Anog is what matters. Anog, she... I know, but you can't stay here. Let's go home and take some time to think, alright? Fine. Yep, I was gonna say, and it's gonna push me out immediately, isn't it? I was gonna point out something, but I wasn't able to because we didn't get to stay there. Sorry, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Wonder if I can... I mean, I know it's gonna be a pain to go back in there, but I wonder if I can go back in there and get to that room with the orb. Also, 2B was standing right there. So, like, she knows what that is, you know? Seriously, why can't I teleport forward? Ay, ay, ay. Freaking hate everything. Also, here's something I kind of just, like, thought about. And maybe this is something in Nier that's, like, explained. But this, right? Like, this big ring thing. Like, that's the structure we go into down here, right? Like, when we go down into the bunker entrance here, right? When we get into this, and then we go forward here, and then on the other side here, over here, right? Like this area over here, this like white room, like this is that big like circle above, right? Like this corridor here. Like this is that big circle, right? So like, why is it not circular? Maybe it like got like damaged. Maybe that's the idea, is that it's like damaged here. And so it like snapped off. Maybe that's it. What it probably is that in the game, this is probably a fully circular structure. And they have the ability to, you know, manipulate gravity. So that you can, like, go in a full circle. Also, freaking... This is an entirely different thing, but... like, they probably have it in the original game, so you can, like, go around that in, like, a circle. But here, they don't have that ability. So they just, like, you know, they bring it, like, circular, and then they, like, break it, and then, you know, go from there. But also, I'm looking at this now. What happened to those other androids? Like, remember all those other androids that showed up? And 2P was like, hey, you know, freaking, they're my allies. Like, what happened to those guys? Like, where did they go? Why do they not appear again? But, like, were they the bosses? Because, like, we fought the freaking... I'm going to be so upset if I can't get into the bridge after having come all this way. But, like, we fought the, like, machines, right? I can't get into the bridge. I can't, like, do the thing. I can't get in it. Really? How stupid is that? Oh my god. I came all the way here because I was gonna make note of something that... But I can't. I was gonna look at something to inform myself about the story, and I can't do that. All because reasons. Like, I'm trying. Like, I'm genuinely trying to understand. Tell me you found him. Sort of. I mean, I did. What's the matter? I'm afraid something has happened to Konog. Or Anog. She fell from a cliff, you say? And then she reappeared from this orb. And then when she reappeared from this orb, there wasn't a scratch on her? I admit that sounds bad, but I found those two in these very tunnels myself years ago. They were a pair of troublemakers since the start. They've always been a little strange, to be sure. They have good hearts, though, both of them. Anog's too headstrong to let a tumble keep her down. I'm certain she'll be back with us before you know. As for the orb, I haven't the slightest idea. So don't you go prodding it, and keep it quiet for now. We may not be able to keep Konog from dashing off again later, but we can preserve the peace for now. Alright. And now we are officially in the final patch content. Dig Site Chief is still concerned about the twins. Konog alone. Lolly, I may have been too optimistic. Ho, Rin. The fact that the villagers are still nursing a grudge doesn't surprise me, as I haven't tried to make them better of it. But why hasn't Anog come back and given them what for yet? It ain't like her to fret over what people think. Then there's Konog. I was worried he'd go chasing after her again. That's why I'm even more worried that he's been shut up in the tunnels this whole time. Chief! We need to clear the rubble so we can start digging again, but the others won't stop bickering about whose job it is. Not even when I threatened to boot him clear into the sea. I'll be right there. Two boots are better than one, as they say. Looks like I have other business to take care of. Not that I was having much luck here. Can you check on Konog in my stead? Well, with Anog gone, and the villagers treating him like he's got the blight, he could do with a reminder that not everyone has abandoned him. And who's to say, maybe one of your tales of adventure will cheer him up. I've got just the thing, so I've forgotten the names of everyone involved. Or scar him for life. I'm sure whatever you come up with will be fine. Probably. And let me know what how he's doing, alright? Even if he doesn't want to talk to me, I want him to have the help he needs. That's all. And back we go to the excavation tunnels. Luckily, we're not going into the freaking copied factory. Konog is radiating an uncommon amount of heat. Many layers insulating his head probably aren't helping. Now, never remove a dwarf's helmet. Once you do that, they get banished. That's what we're told in one of the earlier quests, anyway. What? Your collapse is what? You need rests. A feeling like your head is full of fiery bees? That's a fever. No, I'm fine. Got to find Anog. Nope, you're not going anywhere. Anog wouldn't want you running after her in this state. Anog, I'm... Speak with the chief in the Dwarger Mountains. Don't know how much faster this actually is. Well, if he's, a distance, then maybe a little bit. Konog collapsed. needs to do something about that fever. Think some of my wife's supply of remedies survived. I'll go and see. You keep an eye on Konog. And he's gone. Wicked White, where did he go? I know he wanted to search for Anog, but how did he even make it out of here? Willpower and hubris? Damn it all, let's go, quickly! Also, suddenly, freaking stutters. I don't know why. Who's there? You. Give me just a second, chat. Okay. Sorry. Had some important messages I had to look at. We should ask around, find out if anyone saw him go past. Not that I expect they'll be too inclined to help. Still, any lead is better than none at all. Speak with my miners. You talk to whoever else. No, I haven't seen Konog leaving the village. Why? Finally realized he's no good to us and left, did he? But without him or Anog, who's going to be held responsible for what happened? Their collaborator here for one. Listen, outsider, I'm sure you thought you were helping, but now we're doomed! I love the doomsaying dwarf. Now Konog's missing too. We're dropping dwarves like ale from a leaky cask. Well, I hope you find him. The matter of culpability is still unsettled, and I'll never get the villagers to agree on what's what if the most guilty-looking parties up and vanish. A search for Konog, you say? That can't be easy. Those winds aren't really the sort to stand still. Wish I could help, but I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. Not more than usual, at any rate. Certainly no fever-addled dwarves. Lolly, I thought I'd never escape Ho. I knew that questioning every miner to Coma could be so time-consuming. Who knew, rather? Hope you weren't waiting too long. Did you learn anything useful? I wish I could say I was surprised. My lot also had some difficulty focusing on the immediate issue. One of them did see Konog. Sounds like he was wandering in the direction of the crater. Again, we should search the area. Here we go yet again. It's that big wheel. Some kind of machine. An enemy stronghold. Well, that doesn't sound good. I'm still more concerned about where Konog might have gone. I have a bad and familiar feeling about this. Think he's inside? He's probably not alone. Here we go again. Brave new world. The dig site chief is determined to find Konog come what may. If we're ready to face whatever's in there, then let's get this over with. The longer we wait, the more I worry. What do you mean, let's? If anything in there needs killing, I can handle it myself. I'm coming with you. I'll leave the dangerous bits to you, but I can't stand by and do nothing. Not anymore. Need to make sure he's safe. Please. Wee. I sure do love running through a raid for the 1000th time. Once again, not like, you know, they could have just let us teleport to the different teleporting spots like you do in the raid. So I like how sand is very slowly, like, entering here. And yet, this is months later, so this place should just be completely filled with sand. This is supposedly months later. If we assume that, you know, each, like, patch is in real world time. Granted, I will say that, you know, this is freaking FF14. Time doesn't seem like it moves at all. You know, it's supposedly still... Oh my gosh, I missed the thing. And I don't believe there's a way back up. Great design! Because the teleporter only takes you to the very start. Well, I'm never going to get that now because by the time I finish this, I'll have forgotten that that's even there. So, great design. Yep. And the teleporters only go back to the very start. I'm not teleporting all the way back to the start just so that I can go forget that that chest is there by the time I get back here. Frick that. Because that's exactly what would happen. Like, let's be honest. With my ADHD, that's exactly what'll happen. But again, it's not like, I don't know, there's teleporters the entire way that we use in the raid to go forward. Well, we're back to the orb. Sorry for lagging behind. Have to keep reminding myself not to get distracted. Tell the truth, I'm starting to understand the intrigue. So the place you found Konog before is through here? But also, where did the orb come from? Like, I can definitely see where I was confused. Because, again, it looks like the boss that we fought. Konog! But where did it come from? It wasn't here before. Two B or 2P. A bunch of like, okay, so let's say the androids there in the previous raid came from the orb. But where did the orb come from? You know? Like, it wasn't here last time. Beings of this world, watch closely. Enog. What? There's no time. Destroy the sphere quickly. So, like, they know that the sphere is bad. So, like, why didn't 2B destroy it earlier when she was literally here? Like, she was here and, like, watched us. Why didn't she destroy it? Also, where the frick did it just go? This is bad. We have to get out. So there is an orb that is in that room. But I'm fairly certain it is not that orb. Damn it, we're too late. If only 2B had destroyed the orb when she was there last time. And the 7 hells was that? I know you're confused, but there's no time. We must destroy that sphere. 2P's plans are already in motion. This whole world will be consumed. We won't let that happen. We came to save this world, and now we have a debt to repay. You saved 9S after all. And there's still so much here we haven't seen. Right, 2B? Focus on the mission. Right. Leave it to us. It'll take everything we've got to stop them. I believe we can succeed. We'll need your help. Be ready. It'd feel weirder if you weren't ordering me around. Duly noted. I'm sorry, Chief. Can you look after Konog? You're sorry? Yes, of course. I'll carry him back and make sure he rests. You look about yourself now. Tell me what all of this is about later. We make for the tower. Tower at Paradigm's Breach. Also, why is the game lagging so hard? Like, what? Just all of a sudden. Like, again, I don't have an issue with frame drops. It's just all of a sudden. Like, I'm very confused why we all of a sudden appear to have like massive frame droppage. Weird. So that's at 60. Admittedly, I'm not seeing the frame droppage now, so... But do say it's running at 60, so... Whatever. A pale tower looms over the Dwarger Mountains, an unmistakable symbol of the machine lifeform's threat to the dwarves in their world. At Enog's behest, you join her and your android allies in an ascent to its zenith, where the machine's enigmatic orb and its fearsome secrets await. You know, the orb that we destroyed. But I guess it's not the compound? Even though it looks like the compound? And was in the same spot as the compound? And it's the same color as the compound? Like, I'm very confused. Oh, hey. You can in fact see it. There it is. Wow. I never actually left the crater. When I did this myself. Also, that looks nothing like the area where the raid is. I'm just saying. But that is the tower at Paradigm's Breach. So that is there. That does appear in the overworld. That's cool. It's hilarious that it's suddenly day. For some reason. Like, the day and night cycle doesn't affect the raid at all. Like, is it my eyes? Because I have the system config open, right? So that I can see the frame drops. I've seen 3 frame drops but yet it said 60 the whole time. Is it my eyes? Like, are my, like, physical eyes dropping frames? I'm so confused. I'm seeing frame droppage. But the game is saying that it's not dropping frames. Like, what the frick? It is kind of funny, though, because you can see this section outside. But none of this is in the overworld version. The sooner we can destroy that sphere, the better. We need to end this. Wish we had time for a few quick scans at least. Y'all have about 30 minutes. That's the average wait time. Oh my gosh, like what the frick? Y'all have got like 30 minutes before my random 23 other friends show up. Freaking, you know what? I'm gonna go get that chest. Since, you know, we've got average wait time for this at 24 minutes. Might as well. Plus, this will let me get as close to the tower as possible. But seriously, though, where did that orb come from? Like, the only reason that I'm not saying this, the complaint that I had the first time I did this raid is because I am aware that the orb is the, like, seed of destruction or something like that. But when I played this the first time, I legitimately thought that white orb was the compound. And I was like, what the frick? We destroyed it. You know? And then we were like, you know, the player character and everything is like looking at it. I'm like, the big evil orb thing, it's right there. Like, why are we not like, wait a minute, what the heck? Like, we destroyed this thing. And then, like, you know, so we're trying to destroy it again. You know? Like, what the frick? I was just double checking that there wasn't anything around here. Like, if I was able to jump out of the arena, for example. But I can clearly tell that we can't leave the arena, so. I like that you can't even go over on the side here. Like, there's no reason that isn't able to be freaking walked on. There's the chest. They... Did it move? Because I swear it was over there just earlier. Did it, like, move? And suddenly there's a chest here. I don't remember seeing this one. Like, are the locations of the chest, like, randomly generated each time? Oh, it's this chest that I saw. Okay. That was the chest that I saw from down there. So I didn't even see the other two chests. Gosh dang, man. I bet I still can't get to the bridge. Even though I would like to, so I could look at something. Because then I would have a chance of possibly understanding something. Depending on what I see there. But now I can't get into the bridge. Because reasons. You know why? Because they knew that people would see that orb and be like, okay, I should be destroying this. And then they'd be very confused. Like, why we can come here and see the orb, but we can't freaking break it or anything. And yeah, I still can't get into the bridge. I didn't figure anything would change, but whatever. Anybody know a no-clip cheat? Obviously, I'm joking. I just want to say that because, you know, this is an online game. And there is in the TOS for Final Fantasy XIV, like, there is a statement of, like, we can look at, like, YouTube videos. And if we see, like, you know, see you do something we don't like, you know, that's, like, breaking the TOS, like, we can punish you still, you know? So, like, me making a comment, you know, I don't think they would actually take it seriously, but me being like, oh, I wish I could no-clip, you know? I could see them being like, oh, so they want to cheat, you know? It's like, no, I'm kidding. I am joking, Square Enix. Okay, I guess I will go ahead and do a little pausing action. Oh look, it's these things. The ones that people use to make their butt look bigger. They're unable to remove entire outfit. Yeah, let's see. Let's compare. I guess it does push out your butt ever so slightly. Not by much. It actually more lowers your butt than anything else. Like, your butt goes down to about here with these on. See? And it kind of goes up. Doesn't make it stick out much more, but it definitely makes it like longer. Or maybe I'm just misunderstanding something that's very obvious to other people. It looks like it just makes your butt longer, not actually bigger. It's still reaching here, it's just that it's reaching that down here instead. So. Also, here's an interesting thing with FF14. All of the underwear, the small clothes as they call it, for all the characters is exactly the same. Like, just as somebody that comes from World of Warcraft, where the small clothes are all different, you know, it's just interesting. It's like, huh? Like, every race in, like, World of Warcraft has different, you know, underwear, small clothes, whatever you want to call it. Alright, I'm going to do a little pause. And, we'll be back once the queue pops. Which will hopefully not be, like, half an hour from now. Hooray, hooray. It's only an hour later. Well, maybe not a full hour later. It may be 45 minutes? I don't know. You'll have to look at the clock on the top right. Well, assuming the last DPS freaking ready's up. Well. Oh, it's back. As you can tell, I ended up going to Ul'dah and, like, asking because the timer got up. The timer got up to 45 minutes. I don't know how long it's been since the timer hit 45 minutes. So. Okay. So I'm going to say this. I probably edited out the previous run of this. So there's going to be some weird cuts between the previous thing, the raid, and then post-raid. Because some people were not exactly nice, let's just say.
Thank you all for joining us today. It is time to attend Osama Tabino Andy as you itadakimasu.
Right. So, I guess I need to be talking as if this is the previous run of this, because none of my criticism is going to be heard. Or none of what I said in that last one will have been picked up. So, because I probably edited that one out. If I didn't edit it out, well, I guess you're not seeing this, but maybe I only edited out the, like, final fight. I don't know. We'll see what I did. I did just think about that. I could just edit, like, the final fight of this. We'll see. So yeah. So, my first comment that I made in the previous was, I really don't understand how this raid got greenlit. I like to make the joke that, you know, I'm still waiting for them to add the textures to the raid. Sadamori. That's their name. Sadamori. It just said hi to all of you. Because I mentioned that I am, you know, recording this, and to please let me hit my cutscenes. So, because I'm recording it for YouTube. So they said hi. I'm tempted to edit my macro while for like after this set of 2, I'm tempted to edit my macro. So that it's very loud and annoying. Oh boy, I really should have just waited until tomorrow. Because I am still very upset at that previous run, and so like my brain is not coming up with things to say while we're doing this. So I just waited till tomorrow to rerun this so that I could have freaking been calm and my brain would have been working fine. Wanna run over this way? Because if you're there, you're gonna get blasted. See? everybody who went there got annihilated. Actually, this run is going, like, hella faster than that last run did, so... Look at the freaking range on this boss, though. Like, remember when I was talking about Angels? Like, how it was like, oh yeah, you know, we're hitting him from freaking so far away. Like, at least this boss is right up against the edge of the arena. But, like, still. Like, look how far out the freaking boss, this boss's hitbox is. It's so ridiculous. Wee! Look, it's all white. Because reasons. Also, apparently, hacking in this game means you take your physical body and shove it into the computer, and somehow that leads you into like a digital like world. I wonder if I'll have a tank pull aggro off me this time. Last time in the previous run. And maybe I'll like splice in some video or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. Last time, like, one of the tanks grabbed the aggro off of me, like, mid-fight, because I think they thought I had no idea what I was doing, because both mobs were, like, on me. Wait. So he turns around. What? I can't provoke. I tried to provoke and it bounced off of his shield. Oh my gosh, I can't hit him because of reasons. I'm not even sure why. Should have invaded the Sage Club. Oh my gosh, yes! It's freaking... Okay, provoke. Pull him over here. Thank you. The other tank was all the way over there. I'm like, okay, if you're not gonna tank this, then I'm gonna provoke off. I tried to provoke off him the first time there, but freaking it legitimately bounced off the shield. I didn't know provoke could be bounced. That was real interesting. Okay, we want to be on the outside. Or no, we don't want to be on the outside. We want to be back here. And if they hit the edge... See, they hit the edge of the arena. Okay. So this... Not this mechanic. But this mechanic led into, like, the other tank. Provoking. I run this way. Follow the side that has the shield. Because otherwise they cleave the entire arena. It's so dumb. So that charge like that, I think it was that, led to one of the other tanks dying. And so both bosses, like, jumped onto me. And then one of the tanks, like, provoked the other guy. And so, like, I was starting to run over here. Or yeah, wherever I was. To, you know, pull them apart. And one of the other tanks, like, grabbed it and, like, you know, provoked. Except that he provoked him into the group. I was like, what? It's like, I was already, like, separating them. You know? It was very strange. Also, here's the thing. If you do this, you don't actually need to turn this guy around. Usually you turn him around so that when they do AoEs on that guy, or, you know, whichever guy, like, they don't bounce off the shield. But if you just pull them far enough away, you don't have to worry about that. Oh, yay. Oh, my gosh. 20% HP. Cool. Well, I get to get this on camera, at least. Look at this. Are you kidding me? This is so dumb. One of them dies, and so this one just sits here and it's like, alright, well, kill me eventually. Like, just make the boss, like, the boss just ends. Like, this is so stupid. Like, either make it so that we need to actually keep them at the same HP, or make it so that one boss going down ends the fight. Because that's just stupid. You killed one boss, I guess now the other boss is just gonna sit there and do literally nothing. Let's see, which macro is it? The sprout macro? Yeah. I'm gonna do this. Oh. I can only do 2 sound effects. Okay. Because it's long enough that I can only do 2 sound effects at the end. So I put 1 and 2, which I think are both loud, but I don't know. And now it's time for Light Fast Blade. You know, the really slow freaking attack. I mean, it is a light attack. It's just not light fast. Like, why is it called Light Fast Blade? It's not fast. It takes like 10 seconds of charging before it goes off. Like, that is not fast. And it's definitely not as fast as the speed of light, which is what light fast would mean. It's so dumb. And yes, again, there is an element of, and I've already forgotten the term again. Oh my gosh. What freaking, I just mentioned it last, well, I guess 2 episodes. 2 raids ago. Suspension of disbelief. Oh my gosh, I swear my brain. I don't know, man. Oh look, it's random red girls. Who are they? I don't know. It doesn't matter because they're obviously only the boss that's coming up, right? They're not the final boss or anything. We've definitely been introduced to this character in some manner, and we definitely know what her goal is and what the frick she's trying to do and who she is, right? The first time I ran this, I had no idea who anybody was. So when I ran it, and it's Red Girl, it's like, oh neat, you know? It's a red girl, like that, the name makes sense for just this boss. You know, cool, whatever. And then I find out. I'm like, I'm sorry. So the random red girl is the final boss of the raid? Like, you didn't even give her a name? It's just Red Girl? Just random Red Girl? Serene, Red Girl is her name. No, it's not. The Red Girls in here are known as the Red Girls. Yes. But if I'm reading the wiki correctly, it says that their names are Alpha and Beta. Okay, thanks for that. I love things that block the camera. Especially that freaking flash. Do a quick heal. See if it actually lets me attack the freaking pylons this time. We actually died to this last time. Because it wouldn't let me freaking target the pylons. Okay. Like, see how it's like not letting me target? Yay! We actually eradicated the virus this time. It was legitimately not letting us attack the pylons last time. Maybe I'll like put that up somewhere so that you can see it. But we died because we couldn't hit the pylon. And we thought like, oh, everybody died because after like our group died. Oh crap. Oh, this is gonna suck. I'm dead. I didn't see that I had the chain. Whoops. Mobby. I don't even need to provoke to be back on the top of the aggro. That's insane. Like, all I did was freaking tomahawk a couple of times. Granted, tomahawk does have increased enmity. That might be part of it. And I think also Onslaught? No, Onslaught is not. It's like, it's other tank classes that get that, I think. Oh, this side. Not that side. Ooh. Made it just in time. What do we do? Over here, maybe? I think. Somehow, some of us survived. But other people who were standing right there did not. I don't understand that mechanic. And I said that last time too, like, I don't know, like, I have a general idea of what seems to work, but sometimes it just doesn't. And I don't know why. Probably think you're clever, but we've had just about enough. Reaching node D. Network egress point. Somehow, shoving our bodies into the network lets us physically be in the network. Because that makes sense. And I'm sure that it's a near thing. It's like, oh yeah, they hacked the system and then that's what happens. They're robots. It makes sense for them. They're robots. We are not. We are, well, I was going to say human beings, but we are humanoids. Also, a comment by one of the NPCs, like earlier. I think it's in the first raid, but I don't remember. It's like, don't pay attention to the machines. Like, nothing they say, you know, matters. Like, they don't have, like, consciousness. And I'm just like, but you're a machine. Like, robots don't have consciousness. You're a robot. They're an android. It's the same thing. Android, robot, they're the same thing. Like, if one can have consciousness, then it stands to reason the other can have consciousness. But also, there has actually been a scientific study recently that determined that it is extremely unlikely that, like, computers can ever have actual, like, human consciousness. And that's because one thing that they kind of determined in the study is that human consciousness appears to be a quantum, like, effect. Because our brains have these, like, tubes in them. Oh yeah, nice and loud. Alright, let's hope these people are not rude as frick. Because I couldn't even pay attention to the cutscene. What will it take for these things to die and stay dead? Like, I was raging the entire time. Because, like, right here was when the thing popped up saying, "Oh, stop them!" That somebody had already started the fight. And so, like, I was so mad. I couldn't even, like, voice or anything. But seriously, you know the random red girl that we know nothing about? We have no idea what her goal is. We have no idea what she's planning. We don't even know who she is because we literally just saw her for the first time. They haven't even told us what this freaking orb is. Because, like, again, isn't that the freaking... The orb from the second raid? The boss? Where they all, like, came together into an orb? The false idol. Like, who is she? What is her goal? Why should I, like, be concerned about her? You know? Already a better group than the last. Somebody asked, what's your favorite Yoko Taro game? I'm not gonna answer because my answer would be nothing. Cause I hate even this. Seriously though, who is she? You know? Like, okay, she's the false idol, I guess? Like, what does that mean? Like, so she went from being Red Girl to false idol. What does that mean? Who is she? Why was the final boss of the raid introduced like 2 seconds before we fought her? And we got no information on her. Even the Final Fantasy XI collab did better. Because, like, yes, Shinryu Reborn is introduced right before we fight him. But the final boss is actually Galul Zazah. You know? It's the freaking Galul Zazah Shade. And he was around the entire time. And then, of course, the freaking Surreal Zah, you know? Freaking, like, we knew those bosses. You know? So even though Shinryu appears as the final boss, as, like, the last possible moment, like, we still know the final boss. Because it's actually Galul Zazah. You know? Also, I've only been ranting in the video, so nobody has reason to aim at me today. Often I will say a lot of what I'm saying here in the video, in the chat. And people will get so upset that they aim the arrows at me. Sleepy time music. I had to, I shouldn't have, but I had to post it in the chat. So, all you Nier fans, not that any of you are watching, but any of you Nier fans, I understand this is a big, emotional, like, super awesome song in Nier. Explain to me why I'm supposed to be feeling emotion right now in the raid, though. Like, I'm totally fine with, like, emotional music, you know, that gets you going and so on as the final boss music. It works really effectively sometimes, you know, but you have to earn it. You have to give me a reason to feel that emotion. And I'm sorry, but this raid did not do any of that. It did not earn the right to play an emotional track as the final boss theme. Also, me, somebody who has no idea what the frick Nier even is, at least when I started, you know, when I did these raids the first time, you know, me, a person who knew nothing about Nier, oh shoot, oh my god, freaking the other tank just ran in there, I'm pretty sure that was accidental. Oh my god, that was funny. Yeah, try to turn. Okay, nope, she's not gonna turn. Okay. Well, everybody get ready, because we're in the tiniest spot for this mechanic. I tried to turn her around so that it would be easier. She just didn't turn. So there isn't enough time there for her to actually, like, stop. Like, she goes directly to the next mechanic. So she doesn't actually, like, stop. There isn't a moment for her to, like, move or anything before the next mechanic. Also, with the music turned down as much as it is, like, I don't even hear the music. They're gonna fall! Move! Cool. I love stuff that blocks the camera. So if you're a villain and you've got two giant pillars that you're dropping on somebody in an attempt to crush them, do you throw the pillars down and crush them? Or do you stop the pillars halfway so that your opponent has a chance to move out of the way? Also, this is actually another point. I have actually seen this, like, fight that is being mimicked here, because I was watching a, like, you know, a retrospective, this is what Nier is video. And, like, I guess this is from, like, Drakengard 2 or something. And it's this, like, big rhythm battle, which is really cool, actually. But also, she's, like, city-sized in that. So, like, why is she so tiny in this? Like, her previous form was bigger. Oop. And that's a complaint that I wouldn't have had back then, because I wouldn't have known. This is I know some of this now. Like, why is she freaking super tiny in this fight? Yay! Level up! Congratulations! Cool. That was so much better. I'm definitely gonna cut the previous and add this one in. So, I guess, because it's probably not gonna play the next cutscene. So, when I cut, we'll be to that point. To just after the previous terrible raid. So, apologies, but I will be angry for a moment there. Because I will have just gotten out of the bad raid. Also, Kane, Final Fantasy main theme version. That's apparently the song that just was playing. So, let's see. Cutscene? Or is it just gonna send me out? Okay, it sent me out. Alright. Take it away, previous me. Okay. Well, that was something. So if I do rerun this, I'll have to edit out that and then well, you'll be watching this now. If I have to edit out that previous run and do a rerun of it, then I do. Because I don't feel like putting that up. I hate this raid. It freaking pisses me off to begin with. And then people are rude. And that just pisses me off more. Like, I can't even concentrate on what's going on. I'll help you from the other side. So, what you saw probably wasn't the terrible raid. Take care of Konog. I wish I knew who pulled, and I wish I knew who had specifically been rude about it. About, you know, the fact that we were like, hey, can we reset? Because that is legitimately against the TOS. It is hampering other players' experiences. You're not allowed to do that. That is 100% against TOS. Your, like, play of the raid and stuff, like, of the dungeon and whatnot, is not as important as other people's. That's what the TOS says. You must always adhere to, like, other people. Alert! Unit 2B and 9S vital systems offline. Save data found in memory regions. Initial playback. Initiating playback. And no, wiping the raid, if everybody agrees to it, wiping the raid is not against TOS. If somebody says, can we reset? And everybody agrees, that is perfectly legit and it is not against TOS. Because you all agreed to it. YoRHa Unit 2B recording. Discovered that our enemies, the white-clothed androids, the tower, that colossal girl came from that white orb. As did 9S and I. It's a gate between worlds, and its purpose is to destroy this one. As long as 9S and I are on this side, it can never be closed. We have to go. But, they're still here. We'll save the memories of our reunion, and of the time we spent in this world with you. Some things are just too precious to lose. So, thank you. But they're still here. Playback ended. Oh, are they gonna poof? That's right. I think... That's right. Literally everything poofs. Including the pod that they supposedly left behind. That's right. We're gonna leave this pod behind as memory of this. And then it poof. Everybody dies and everything we did was pointless. Like... Again, what the frick? And now, you should be back to current me. Except the problem is that I gotta teleport back. That went so much smoother and so much better. Oh my gosh. The run that you just witnessed was so much better than the freaking run previously, so... Like, I got so I got so angry at that because they like, I got into the final boss there like one mechanic away from, we just skipped the whole thing. Like, I basically didn't even get the first half of that fight in the video. So I was so angry. And there they go. The couple of players that I picked up there. Okay. 1 hour, level 82. But yeah. Lolly, that scared the shite out of me. Ho! Tower just up and disappeared. Sort of folded in on itself in the blink of an eye. Glad to see that you're safe, though. If only we could have seen it. Kidding me? FF14 have the budget for that? Nah. Oh, I already had the 2B card. Oops. Oh well, it's fine. I got some stuff though. Gloves. Cloak of aiming. This is android gear? I feel like these are probably like the obsolete android stuff is probably like Drakengard stuff. I know that the Drakengard stuff is supposed to be like a fantasy setting. At least I think. If I'm understanding correctly. I don't know. Again, I've never played any of it, and these raids make me not want to because they're so bad. It takes a village. Relieved as he is that you and Konog are safe, the dig site chief wishes to know of Anog's fate. So, what happened in there? So, everybody died, and everything we did was completely pointless. Well, I won't pretend I understand half of that. Can't say metaphysics is my area of expertise. Still, I knew that those androids in white and their weird orb were trouble. You're saying that you gave them what for? So they won't be coming back, which is good, right? Yeah, I suppose so. Glad to hear it. Thanks for risking your neck for us. Where's Anog, though? And your android friends, for that matter. Seemed like they should have come back with you. I'm sorry. They, again, died because everybody died. And literally everything we did was pointless. No, but why? It just don't seem fair. I was holding out hope, you know. Everyone would be fine and life would go back to normal. I should have known better, sure, but someone will need to tell the villagers, again. As for Konog, can you speak with him? I managed to talk him out of running back in there as soon as he woke up, but this might be better coming from you. Or maybe I'm just a coward. Also, because I know that part of me being upset is going to be in the video. I I have checked, yes. It is considered obstruction of play in the TOS. To, pull when people are in cutscenes. It's also considered rude, which is, hilariously enough, one of the rules. You can't be rude. Like, there is literally a line in the TOS that just straight up basically says, just anything that is rude is not allowed. So, you're back. Where's everyone else? Everybody died and everything we did was completely pointless. That includes Anog. No, she can't be gone. She wouldn't leave me forever. Because if she did, I'd be no one left to. I'm sorry, Konog, but here's a letter. I don't know how the letter survived. A letter from Anog? Like, what, everything else got annihilated? Konog, I've been to another world. I've seen it. What does she mean? The world, the constructs? That's hardly a reason to run off on her own. I would have. I have something I need to do, so. That watch belongs to the chief's wife. I found it when I was clearing rubble earlier. It was broken, but I went ahead and fixed it. She'd probably like it back, so can you give it to the chief for me? Wouldn't they be happier if you delivered it yourself? Can't. I need to. Never mind. I'm sorry. I appreciate all that you've done for us. If only I was as strong as you are. Nobody's as strong as I am. Aside from 7, maybe 23 other people. Depending. Maybe someday. How did it go? Something for the missus. Ticking timepiece, a treasured heirloom belonging to the chief's wife, kindly repaired by Konog. We could wait. We thought this was gone for good. Glad to have it back. It's all she has left of her parents. Why didn't Konog come in person, though? You must know we'd want to thank him. He said he had something else to do. Oh, not him too. Seems that you once again have cause to comfort a distraught dwarf. Yep. We'll get back to the tunnels and he'll be gone. Because he disappeared because Anog is gone. He left a letter of farewell. He's gone. I wish I could have done something. Anything. I've lost them both, and it's our own fault. We drove them to this. This can't be right. What do you plan to do about it? I don't know what I should do. I don't know how to make things right, but villagers need to understand that we can't keep on like this. Might be better listeners now that they don't have to live in fear anymore. If they can believe that's the case, that is. Would you mind sticking around? I'll seem more credible coming from the both of us. I'm here for as long as you need me. I'm not. I'm totally not doing your weekly quest at all. I knew you would be. You're always willing to do what needs doing. I'm ready to do my part too. Wait here. I'm not doing your weekly quests at all. Frick that. I've already done them on another character. And now that I've recorded these videos, I no longer need to have New Game Plus available. Now that you're all here, I have an important announcement. Rin has put an end to those machines and their plot. That means the danger's past. More importantly, that it's time we look to the future. We'll need to come together. Hold your iron, frogs. Even if those things are gone, this ain't over. Culprit needs to be brought to justice. How can you expect people to move forward if we don't set an example? That's right. We want to see consequences. Death, mutilation. Do you really? We need to talk them down, and we'll never get anywhere with this. Bloody bastards. The most prudent course is to cooperate with Glag and rid the village of the guilty party, and everything will be as it was. Will it? Is it really prudent to follow harm with cruelty? If it weren't, Glag wouldn't have suggested it. He's the elder. He knows how these things work. If not, then... No, don't be ridiculous. Justice should be swift and decisive, I say. Nothing so satisfying as the headsman's axe coming down. And if it comes down on the wrong person... At least we'll be able to put this mess behind us. Forget the whole thing. Can't think about it anymore. I just can't. All we need is one or two people to take the blame. And the rest of us can get back to our normal lives. You build your life by destroying others? Are you planning to volunteer? Why should I? I've done nothing wrong. No, not a single thing. Sooner we do away with the culprits, sooner we can all relax. You know I'm right. Glag thinks so too. You'd change your tune if the finger were pointed at you. You wouldn't dare accuse me. Everyone knows I'm innocent. Don't they? I only need to do what Glag says, right? Then he won't blame me. And whatever happens, it won't be my fault. Now, this is a choice you must make yourself. But then it'll be my responsibility no matter what happens. Someone else should be the one. Well, they've settled down a bit at least. Thanks for that. Still sober, eh? And I'll ask, what do you reckon we should do? Whatever doesn't involve me hearing everyone's opinions again. Stop this before it's too late. Once again, none of these choices matter. Maybe the outsider's right. We'll never agree on who should take the blame for the attack. Which means the real problem is Glag. I did feel a lot more confident before he started telling us to listen to other perspectives. He's been trying to turn us against each other, but he's the elder here. Shouldn't he have seen our village's fiery destruction by skybound machines coming? What? No! No one could have foreseen this. No matter how wise they are, or how hard they try, no one's right every time. We've all made mistakes here, believe me. Anog, Konog, Glag, the whole lot of you, and me. All of us. We failed each other. Alas, there he goes again. And the end of the quest line. Because I think everything else is part of the weeklies. But we'll find out. Because it does come up and tell you, like, now you can do the weekly quests when you finish the final quest line, so. Which, like, seriously, can we, like, fix that? I get when it was new. I get it being that way till the end of Shadowbringers. As of Endwalker, it should have been changed. Lolly, sorry you had to see that hoe. I may not be cut out for public speaking. I won't give up on putting Coma back together, though, whatever way I can. I don't know what we should have done, but there's nothing for it but to try and do better. Day by day, moment by moment. Day by day, moment by moment. Need some help with that? Of course you do. I admit, I feel better knowing you'll be around. Pardon me. I was thinking about what you said, and I realized I probably haven't been the most helpful. I'm choosing to try harder from now on. So if you need another pair of hands, you're more than welcome to join us. Though I'd say we're all past due for a little breather after all that's happened. Take a rest. Chief's orders. Understood. I'll be just over there then. With my thoughts. Yes. Not a problem. He's a little odd, but he's got the spirit. I look forward to putting the both of you to work. At your earliest convenience, of course. Sure. I totally will not ever do the weekly quests. You don't get anything other than the final cutscene, so. Coma wasn't built in a day. The dig site chief eyes you expectantly. Lolly, thanks again for offering to help us rebuild our village hoe. So are you rested and ready to begin the work? No time like the present. Wonderful. I tell you how reassuring it is to have you with us. I can't tell you, rather. To begin with, we need to discuss how we're going to tackle our task. If you could join our nervous friend over there, I'll be along after I see to some preparations. this is the end, I think. I think after this, now. It's come. My doom has come. Doom! Oh, it's just you. Sorry, force of habit. So, is it time to rebuild, that is? Everyone's here. Good. Let's get right to it. I have an idea that I want to run by the two of you. In order to rebuild, we're going to need lots of supplies and willing hands. Either of which we have a whole heap of at the moment. But then I thought, what if we availed ourselves of the technology used by the machines? For the wealth of parts they left behind, we have all the materials we need to rebuild and upgrade our automata to do the work. Not only will it be practical, since we'd be using the force behind our destruction for our salvation, it's also poetic. For your part in this run, I'd ask you to venture into the tunnels and gather those items that might be useful. Whatever you find, you can bring to our friend here. We'll examine the objects to see how they might be put to use. And that's about it. So, what do you think? Sounds like a pain. Oh wait, plan. I said that was plan. I read it wrong. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a pain is the truth, though. Good, good. With this, the rebuilding can finally commence. We'll prove to everyone that you can't keep us dwarves down. Except maybe with copious amounts of grog. That's been an issue, historically. Well, I'd best be getting back to my post. Without someone breathing down their necks, our miners are liable to stand around with their thumbs up their arses. If you have any questions, you can direct them at our friend here. Between you and me, we're probably doomed to fail. But if it's going to happen anyway, there's no point in delaying it. As to say, if we're ready to begin, then so am I. Sure, we'll totally do it. The weekly quest, which continues the story, is now available from YoRHa. Lend your aid and help the dwarves rebuild their home. Yay! I mean, that's literally the end. Like, without waiting 6 weeks, like, there's nothing more I can do. So, that's it. I will check and see if there is any possibility I can, hit up the cutscene on, like, Cassandra. But if not, well, that's unfortunately literally the end, because I can't do anything without freaking doing the weekly quest, and I'm not going to wait 6 weeks to put these videos out. So, but that said, let me go check on Cassandra, and if that doesn't work, then I'll do my outro. Cool. So yes, we can actually get to these cutscenes. Looks like there's 2 of them. Chief informs you of a curious rumor that dwarven automata have been spotted about Yulmore of late. As both the machines and the secrets of their construction are generally to be found within dwarven settlements exclusively, he has a sneaking suspicion that their sudden presence elsewhere has something to do with Konog's departure from YoRHa. Eager for any chance of setting things right with the youth, he asks that you follow this trail and see if it leads to Konog. A merchant in Yulmore, located via your uncanny investigative instincts, claims to have done business with a dwarf fitting Konog's description and inclinations. He generously gives you a piece of parchment indicating the whereabouts of said dwarf's current dwelling, though not without saddling you with wares to deliver. There it is. Alas, when you arrive, Konog is no longer to be found within. Perhaps he departed with Anog. For whence, who can say? And I think this section is cut. Like, this is technically cutscene 1, and this is cutscene 2, probably. Anyway, so yeah, we arrive where Anog is supposed to be. And of course, this is, Cassandra, my main character. So, can't exactly make her look like Rin. So just pretend that's Rin. Once again, takes the helmet off. Where his beard go? Wait just a little longer, Anog. With the machine technology, I can bring you back. I will. I'll make it work. I will. I will. I can't. I can't. I'm not good enough. Never good enough. I can't. Poor Konog. Anog, I can't do this. Can't live in a world without you. I just can't. Hmm? Anog, you're such a crybaby. Anog? The one end, well, suffice it to say that I'm back. Thanks to your hard work and my innate genius, of course. Anog, I have nowhere to go. I'm all alone. That was before. You have me now. Don't you dare say we have nowhere to go. There's a whole world waiting for us, Konog. Cutscene 2. Normally it would just jump right into that cutscene. Yep, okay, I guess that's that. Allied with Anog versus Konog. The amount of people who joined Anog, the amount of people who joined Konog from the different data centers. A lot of people went with Anog, it looks like. Mana. I don't know if these are if these numbers are like current or if these are like the numbers that were at the end, you know? 66 with Anog, 34 with Konog for Balmung, which is where we play from. Or at least where I play for Rin, anyway. I feel like these probably aren't current due to, like, how low the numbers are. Because most of these, I think, add up. Well, maybe it's a percentage. I was going to say, because most of these seem to add up to 100. But, yeah, they do. They all add up to 100. So maybe it's a percentage and not a number. Like, it's not 68 people, but it's 68% of people. Which makes sense, because now that I think about it, that is what the thing at the top said. But also, then, we also don't get the other cutscene, it looks like, of us walking in there and finding that he's not there. So, nope, not at all. Oh well. Give the chief the news of what you found in Konog's erstwhile home, along with the bottle of mead he purchased in Yulmore. There's like an entire extra cutscene that is just not in here then. He seems disappointed, though unsurprised, lamenting that this affair has been an unfortunate one from start to finish. He further muses that the heir is inevitable, a fact of which you two must make peace. So there you go. The one cutscene of Anog coming in. And, you know, is it Anog? Is it a construct? Is it a freaking, like, is he just seeing, you know, is he hallucinating? Who knows? Because, you know, that's just how some people write. I cannot stand that kind of writing. Like, it's not, and I'm going to clarify, it's not that it's bad to do that. I wouldn't classify it as bad writing. I just very much hate it. You know? I very much hate that kind of writing. I won't classify it as bad, like, in an objective sense. But in a subjective sense, I really dislike it, and I think that it is really bad writing. But again, subjectively, I'm not saying objectively. So, if you like it, then it's good writing to you, and that's what matters. That said, as far as I'm concerned, subjectively, the person that the team that wrote these raids had no freaking clue what they were doing. Subjectively, my opinion, and only my opinion, my viewpoint, you can like it all you want. I won't say that that's a problem. As such, understand and respect that I have a different opinion, which is this was an awful raid. And no, like, some of the things that I was confused on weren't, like, I don't want to say fixed. I almost said fixed, but I don't want to say fixed because nothing was fixed. It's just that, like, some of the things were, like, going through it again with some knowledge of Nier, I can say that there are things in here that I'm like, okay, that makes a little more sense. That said, random red girl doesn't get introduced at all, but is the final boss. You don't know what her deal is. You don't know what's going on. You're never told what the frick happened. You're never told what the point of the story was. You're never told what their goals were. Like, the villain was non-existent. The villain was non-existent. And I'm sorry, but that's not how you write. In my opinion, you know, I feel like I have to add that in because all of these statements are my opinion. I feel like everybody should, like, know that that's what is being said, because of course whatever you're saying is your opinion. Like, that should just be the assumption. So, but in my opinion, that's not how you write. That's terrible writing. Like, I have no idea what the plot was. I have no idea why we fought. Everybody died and nothing we did mattered is not a good ending. It's not. Everybody dies, but something mattered can be good. You know, there's a lot of good stories where at the end everybody dies, more or less. But, like, okay, things get better for those that survive, right? But that was everybody, literally everybody that was involved in the story dies. And so nobody gets better. And nothing that we did mattered. Because everybody would have died anyway. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe. Check the playlist for the other 2 videos for this raid. And I'll see you all next time. Come on out, twitch.tv/SereneInc. I usually stream stuff live, but these I didn't, so. Bye-bye!